Adding more RAM to Minecraft should be super easy, and that's exactly what I'm going to teach you to do. Add more RAM to Minecraft to maybe increase the performance of your game or help with the FPS. The thing you want to do is open your Minecraft launcher and then head over to the installations tab right here on the top. Over here, you can select whichever version of Minecraft you want. It could be the Fabric, the Forge, or the regular Minecraft. It doesn't have to be a modded one. And what you're going to do is hover over it and click on these little three dots right here that appear right next to the play button. Click in there and then click edit. That is going to bring you over here where we're going to click more options. That is going to open a menu down here, which as you can see has a long line with a lot of text, or we're going to edit that text to change the RAM that we're giving the game. Now the first words in here are the ones that matter for us. As you can see, it says XMX and then it says 2G. That 2G stands for 2 gigabytes, and that's exactly how much gigabytes of RAM I'm giving Minecraft right now in my computer. The XMX stands for the maximum amount of RAM that the game is allowed to use. It doesn't mean that it's going to be using 2 gigabytes all the time. It just means that it's going to use max 2 gigabytes if needed. Now we're going to change that number to something that fits more our playstyle. For vanilla Minecraft, I do recommend that you just use 2 or 4 gigabytes. If you have 4 gigabytes available, go ahead and put 4 in there, change that number to 4, and that should be good. But also keep in mind that this number might be written differently in your computer. It might look something more like this, maybe something more like that. What you're going to do is just change that whole line into the number of gigabytes that you want to give the game, and then just type a G all caps after that, right? So go ahead and change that number to whatever RAM you want to use. If you don't know how much RAM to give the game, that is super easy to do. Just find out how much RAM you have in your computer first. What I like to do is just open up my task manager and then head over to performance, and as you can see, I have 64 gigabytes of RAM available in my computer. I don't like going above half of whatever I have available, so if I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, I don't like giving the game more than 32 gigabytes. Obviously not gonna give my game 32 gigabytes of RAM because that is insane. The amount of gigabytes that you should give your game depends really if you're playing modded Minecraft or if you're playing regular Minecraft and how laggy your game is getting. If you're playing modded Minecraft and you have around 50 mods, you want to give your game around 4 gigabytes. If you have 100 mods, you want to give your game around 6 gigabytes, and anything above 150 mods, just give your game at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. But that is for modded Minecraft. As for vanilla Minecraft, you should just really use 4 gigabytes. Unless you have like 16 gigs of RAM, then maybe you could give your game 8 gigabytes. But I really think that's overkill unless you're using like shaders or you're just really experiencing lag. That's the number that you will use, at least 8 gigabytes, as long as you have at least 16 gigs of RAM available in your computer. Now I'm gonna give my game 8 gigabytes and I'm gonna go ahead and test that. So after you determine how many gigabytes you want to use, just go ahead and hit save, and now open your game. Now once you're in the game, you could check how much gigabytes you have by just pressing the F3 key, and in the top right you will see the maximum amount of gigabytes that you gave your game. You will see it in megabytes though. As you can see right now, mine says 8,192 megabytes, which is around 8 gigabytes of RAM. So that is pretty much how to change the RAM amount that you give in Minecraft in your computer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. That's all I ask in return, and as always, bye bye.